Back on Justice for All now, Julie Gorgato's reporting at the very top of the show. She talked about companies doing outreach in support of diversity, sending out statements or posting on social media about inclusion. But some researchers say enough about talk. It is time for action.
Employers could work on how they're recruiting workers. They could be reaching out to historically Black colleges and universities to attract a more diverse workforce.
Recruiting, action, empowerment. We want to dive right into that right now with our panel. So this question is for you, Tanisha. What are some ways that corporate America can reinvent itself to be more inclusive and to, of course, boost those wages when it comes to Americans of color?
Yes, I think we all should challenge corporate America to stand behind many of those statements that were released last year. And one way that they could do it is in their recruiting efforts. It shouldn't just start with graduates, but while those students are in school, make sure that during the summer internship programs and the externship programs, that they are diversifying and making sure that people of color have an opportunity to come in and experience that within their organizations, and not just an experience, but make sure that they have the opportunity to meet and network with the decision makers within the organizations, those that will be the ones making the decision about future hiring. So I think it's extremely important that it starts before those even graduate. I think Dr. Brown talked about when you look at folks of color, even in elementary school and in high school, that is the time to expose those of us in the community to these opportunities. So it can start as early as reaching out to those at HBCUs or in other areas to make sure that they have those opportunities for internships to learn and grow within certain organizations.
And Dr. Brown, we know that recruiting, of course, equals opportunity, right? That's what we're really talking about here. It's a common theme when we discuss systemic racism and inequities. Give us some actionable feedback on how businesses can really lessen the wage gap. Money matters.
Yeah. Money absolutely does matter, and it matters for workers, as well as it does for organizations. So being able to, first off, do an assessment. What is it that we're actually trying to fix? How big is the gap? And a comprehensive assessment, not just, things that are surface level, both current and historical. Are there trends? Are there patterns? So looking at recruitment, looking at hiring, looking at retention, and there's nothing worse to recruit folks, Black people in particular, into the lower levels of the organization, but they see no one at the higher levels of the organization thriving. So what does promotions look like, and what is the intentionality around promoting? And in some of those earlier stages, oftentimes there are things that are required in the job description that have been there in the past as eliminators, so mechanisms to eliminate different groups of folks, broadly. And so what is really required for the job is important. And how do you get rid of some of the things that are more subjective than objective and across the board and fair?
Tanisha, colleges can really get in on these partnerships too. Agencies, I know, like the African American Chamber of Commerce, what are some solutions to better hiring practices to really ensure equal and fair opportunities?
I think that it's so important to partner with colleges, as you just mentioned, as well as other organizations such as the Chamber. We receive job postings from several of our partners and our members asking us to help promote within the Black community these particular positions. And so I really do encourage our corporate partners and community partners, if you're really and truly looking to diversify, to partner with organizations such as the Chamber, who can help spread the word within the African American community about these particular positions and help bring some qualified candidates forward.
Good information. We thank you both for it. Before we leave, I want to ask you specifically about this when it comes to moving forward. Networking is also really important when it comes to income, correct? Not only knowing the places where you can apply, but perhaps knowing some of the people that work there, people of color advocates. 20 seconds, can you both answer that? Tanisha,
I'll take a quick I'll take a quick stab. So, networking is so important, and a lot of deals are made on the golf course. 93% of executives make deals on the golf course, which is why at the chamber we implemented a golf outing and player development clinic to bring some of those key decision makers together along with some of our members so they can network. So I stress the importance of networking because it's extremely important as you develop as a professional.
All right, thank you. We have to leave it there because I am now out of time. Thank you, Dr. Brown. Thank you, Tanisha. We really appreciate your help today. Thank you. Well, we want to thank our panel, but we also want to thank you at home for watching too. I'm Tammy Fields. We'll see you again next time for another Justice for All.